Hello, welcome. This is blockchainbloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Atul Pinkin. In today's video, I'm going to talk about that the market mood turns to bearish. So what's happening really here? Let's check out a couple of things. Why now we have this kind of correction in the market and why the whole market feels like that. Also, let's talk about, when bearish mood is coming, then FUD hits the market. So we have two mining pools who are controlling 51% of the mining power and more than 51. Therefore, some people suggest that this would lead to a 51% attack on Bitcoin. Is this a real fear? And also let's talk about that US Fed official is saying that staff should be allowed to hold little crypto because they are the stuff is banned for buying crypto, and they won't get into crypto as well. It's so obvious. So guys, all this in today's video. And don't forget, every single day I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on blockchainbloom to keep you up to date. So if that's important, simply subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit the like button if you like this kind of content. And now let's do it. So let's look at the prices where we can see that Bitcoin is actually less than 1% down in the last 24 hours, $113,880. Ethereum, on the other hand, down about nothing. This was a weekly I looked at for a second. So basically, same like yesterday, $4,226. Anything else? Well, Meme-Core up 15%, Pump Fund up 6%, Aerodome up 5%. Who is down? Cardano down 6%, Pol 5%, say 5%. So, and these are the top losers in the top 100. So as you can see, we don't have any big crash right now. And when we're looking at the market, this is the Bitcoin candlestick chart. So basically, yesterday we had a wick all the way down to 112,000 something. And today we are coming back. When we're looking at on the weekly, then it shows clearly that basically we retesting this trend line here perfectly, and now we're coming back. Bitcoin is very close again to 114,000 US dollar. When we're looking at Bitcoin dominance, well, it's same. It little bit came back, but today we again losing the dominance, and this is actually very, very important when it comes to altcoins. Ethereum price also yesterday we exactly look at this, came down to this level, this 4,000-ish kind of level, which was a very, very important. I said this would be important to retest, and so far I don't know how it goes, but so far it looks like a retest because today we're bouncing back from here. So but the market going now a little bit, it's a scary mood, bearish mood. A lot of things happening this week, which makes people a bit undecided what's going to happen. So let's talk about these. So when now Bitcoin went all the way down to 112,000-ish, then, people, retail especially, turned ultra bearish right now. The most bearish sentiment since seen on social media since the 22nd of June, when fears of war in the Middle East caused the cascade of the panic sell. And similar feeling is now on the market. And to be honest with you, when we're looking back history, the bear market always comes when people are overconfident. The FOMO is there. Just think about last time, 2021 in November. Everybody said that Bitcoin will hit 100,000. They were confident about it, and well, didn't happen. When everybody is panicking and fearful, it's usually some overreaction. And okay, so first of all, when we zoom out, look at this one here. This is our correction, this nice percent here. This is what we had since 2023, since we are going up. So we had much bigger ones and we kind of continued, but this is actually nothing compared to that. So even if it's getting bigger, it's still nothing to worry about in a case that we can continue. On the other hand, we're going to have today the Fed minutes. Again, what are they talking about there? any new message. Well, then we have Jerome Powell talking this week, also Jackson Hole. And this is going to be his last speech as the Fed chair, because this Jackson Hole thing is happening once in a year. And, his term will finish in next May. So let's see what he will deliver. People are really worried about that he will be, hawkish about this whole situation, since we had the new PPI data, which surprised a lot of people, which was much worse than expected. And how he will talk about, September's, rate cut and at what tone. So, yeah, this is what actually worries the market. On the other hand, when we're looking at the chances for the rate cut in September, is still almost 85%. So this, since we had the bad, job data, labor data coming out, since it's changed, it's like this. It's 80-something or 90-something, but the chance is much, much higher. But don't forget, we're going to have until that another CPI, a PPI, the August data. So yeah, let's see that. And also, we have now, outflows because of this situation. When we're looking at Ethereum spot ETFs, the largest, no, it's not the largest outflow, by the way. It was the 4th of August. So basically now it's at 422 million US dollar outflow, but 3 days in a row. And when we're looking at Bitcoin, then we had also 523 million US dollar yesterday outflow. BlackRock haven't sold any, a day before 68 million. So yeah, actually this is now the situation, and therefore people are now panicking. But we should now wait. We should be actually patient. According to the chart, no major sell-offs is happening. Altcoins surprisingly holding themselves pretty well. Bitcoin dominance don't come back. So right now, let's wait what's going to happen. But if everything plays out and we're going to have these rate cuts in autumn, and maybe that will continue in the next year as well, then the chances are really good that liquid assets can come back. So stocks and also crypto. And if you just think about historically, then the year after the halving, Q3, Q4 was always extremely good. So if we're looking at the cycles, that can also have. So right now, what I'm doing, I'm just waiting. I'm patient. It's, I think, no point to use any leverage trading right now, because the market is a bit undecided and shaky. But if everything will be settled, maybe there will be a rate cut and all these kind of things, that can actually boost a nice Q3, Q4 at some part, in those two quarters. Okay, another thing I would like to talk about is that now when FUD is out, then more FUD is coming. And now people talking about it, that there are two mining pools. They actually having more than 51% mining power, and that could lead to Bitcoin 51% attack. So let's talk about it. Okay, so when we're looking at here, this one, then you can see that, we have these two large mining pools, the Foundry US and End Pool. And first of all, a couple of things I would like to talk you through, this whole thing, walk you through. So first of all, the Foundry one is, a US one. The other one is a China one. So one thing, in my opinion, that they two will work together to do that, it's highly unlikely, to be honest with you. On the other hand, is this a new situation? Well, it's totally not. Actually, right now, it's in smaller portions, because in the year 2020, 2021, we had the majority of the mining pool is in China, right? So actually, a couple of years ago, Bitcoin was on already for more than 11 years there, and they still could do it, but this is not how it works. Also, we should think about it that, you know, the miners are the ones who are suggesting the blocks, but then we have the nodes, more than 10,000 nodes, you know, worldwide. They are the validators. So if they would do suspicious things, then there are the validators who would say they wouldn't allow those blocks. So in my opinion, we have seen this before when it, you know, the majority was in China. These guys not playing for the same team, US, China, and also the US would like to now bigger and bigger in crypto, so they don't want to kind of kill it. Therefore, I'm not worrying about this, but this is my opinion. Right, and well, the stuff at the Fed, they also want their crypto, but they're not allowed to buy. So here it is, the thing. Well, so US Fed official said stuff should be allowed to hold little crypto. So the Fed Vice Chair for Supervision, Michelle Bowman, said the central bank should roll back its restriction that ban staff from buying crypto. So guess what? If you're working for them, then simply you are not allowed to have crypto investments. So probably telling your, I don't know, friends or family or somebody like you, really, here is some money, just buy crypto for me. So they legally cannot buy it. And it shows clearly that they see this asset class growing and they believe that, okay, I would like to have my share, but because I'm working for them, I just cannot do it. So they kind of feel left out. And this is a good sign if they would like to fight for it to get in crypto. Sooner or later, everybody wants their share. Okay, not everybody, but a big percent. And if you just think about it, that right now about 6% of the world population is in crypto somehow. So the rest, the 94%, big majority is outside. Guess what? When you know, things will heat up a bit more in a couple of years' time, even more and more would like to join the game. And don't forget that we have a limited amount of Bitcoin out there, and by the year 2035, roughly speaking, more than 99% of Bitcoin will be mined. So the rest going to fight for the 1% of the circulating supply. Crazy. Okay, but so far we have this kind of mood on the market. I always say, let's zoom out. Let's think about in long term. And even there is some correction when you're looking at Bitcoin price came back every single time. And also there is still, I believe, a chance for an altcoin season at some point in Q3, Q4. So it's worth to keep an eye on it. But now, because of Jerome Powell, Jackson Hole and all these kind of things, Fed minutes, we have like a week when people waiting for what he going to say. And until they're waiting, they, you know, just kind of sideways. This is what we see right now. So guys, that's it for today. Don't forget, every single day I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on BlockchainBloom to keep you up to date. So if that's important, simply subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit the like button if you like this kind of content, and see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.